Hi everyone, welcome along to another video. John here. Now today I just thought I'd give you a little concept idea you can use when you're playing an A7 arpeggio. Okay, if you don't know what that is, you can have a look at my foundation series at the top of my Facebook group up here. But just in case you don't know, let me go over position 1. And what I'm going to show you today is how to kind of make your arpeggio sound a bit more interesting using the blues scale and a little trick you can do sliding to the third of the chord. If you don't know what that means, it doesn't matter. Let me show you. Here's the arpeggio. Shape number 1 goes with this chord here, this regular A7 chord. And so you got 5, 4 and 7, that's on the A string. 5 to 7 on the D, 6, all right, on the G, 5 on the B, 8 on the B, 5 on the high E, 9 here, all right, on the high E. So if you put that together, it sounds like this. I'll go back. All right, okay, very good. So that's the arpeggio. Now that sounds instantly musical if you were playing like over a blues. Sounds kind of musical, that, doesn't it, an arpeggio? So that's very good. But it does, like anything else, like when you play scales and arpeggios, after a while it starts to sound like you're playing an arpeggio. All right, and it can sound a bit robotic. But what we can do to make things a little more interesting is add some chromatic kind of notes from the blues scale. So if we think of the A minor pentatonic, or the A blues scale, there's that blues note there on the 6th fret on the A. So that's 5, 8, 5, 6, 7, 5, 7. And on the blues scale on the G, it goes on the G string, 5, 7, 8. So there we go. But if you look at this little bit here, this 7, 6, 5 on the A string, we can use that. The other thing that we can do is add this note, the second note of the arpeggio, which is a C sharp, to make things more interesting too. So let me play this arpeggio, and I'll add some chromatic to it using that blues scale. So here's the arpeggio. You see that sounded pretty good, because you're going up the arpeggio. I'm finishing on that 6th fret on the G. I'm not going the whole arpeggio away. Now I'm going back down again. The arpeggio note, blues scale note, blues scale note. Back to the arpeggio. So really these two notes are in the blues scale, but it sounds quite, that sounds pretty good. So anywhere where you can find an E note on the guitar, you could do that. Where's another E? You could use that octave shape. Okay. Now, just before I go on from that, let me show you what you can do with this second note, the C sharp. This one is used all the time. You can slide into this one. All right, now a trick you can do here, you can go to the A note higher or the A note lower, which is quite cool. So let me put that together just so you can hear. So let me go up the arpeggio, going down now, using the blues scale. That slide. Let me play that more. That time I added a chromatic note between the A the seventh, the normal seventh and the flat seventh, that works too. Let me just keep the same example though, sorry. Whoop. Okay, so you can repeat that, like I said, you could go up to the next E. So you could you could do this. See, here's an E. So E, E flat, which is a blues scale note, the D, that C sharp note again. So can you see, here's E, E flat, D, C sharp, E, E flat, D, C sharp. It's the same thing. So you might want to, you could do this. See how I link those two together? It's nothing clever really, is it? You're using the same idea. I'm out of ideas musically now. I'm just... And again, repeat. Finish there. So if you had like a chord, A7 chord, there's your C sharp. So when you're playing the licks that you know, say it's a simple blues lick, you can start to play those licks, and they're great, you know, but you can start to get a bit more music out of it by doing these little tricks. That the chromatics sound really good. If you can add those, that's a good way to think of it. If you want to understand what you're doing, just use these blues scale notes and this third, this C sharp note, and it sounds good whatever you play. So there, I went up to that E flat note there from that. So whatever licks you know. You can kind of work in that little chromatic thing. So there we go. Hope you have some fun with that. And remember, wherever you know your you know, your pentatonic shape, even in shape 2, you can try and think of this. See if you can find that blues scale thing idea. So there, see what I did there? There's that D note, E flat, so D note, E flat. But now we're in shape 2. Where's the C sharp here? But instead of sliding to it, I'm gonna bend to it. Now I'm back to that E note again, so I could go down again. So really, in essence, we're playing the same thing. I'm just playing the same thing. But, you know, if you see someone doing that, you think, oh, you know, that's quite impressive. But actually, it's the same thing. You just have to know your notes. So if you don't know the notes, watch my video on a quick way to learn the notes. So have some fun with that. Nice to see you. And let me know if you've got any questions. See you again soon.